Hello, writers. Hello, plot drivers. This is Jay. I'm Jay. That's me, co founder of Plotdrive. And this video is going to be about the 6 deadliest writing blocks and how to destroy them inside Plotdrive. So, our goal is to help you finish the writing that matters, to help unblock you from your blocks, to write the best work possible, the best writing you've ever written in your life. And that's why we've designed Plotdrive to be pretty simple and intuitive, block breaker, and writing GPS that carries you towards that goal with clarity. I think the biggest thing that faces all writers is developing awareness of what is actually in my way today when I've sat down to write. Is it internal? Is it in the story? Is it in myself? Is it external? Don't have time. The world's conspiring against me. Let me gain awareness of that. Let me diagnose it, and then let me destroy it so I can stay in flow as long as possible. And this video will also demonstrate how to use the features of Plotdrive to break those blocks and drive your work, your writing forward. So block number 1, we're going to go from easy to most difficult. I've got this Crimson Quill romantic thriller project set up. It is not very good, but we're going to use it to demonstrate this. Block number 1, the easiest one. Blank page anxiety. How do I get started? I haven't written a word in weeks. It's weighing on me. This blank page is paralyzing. The best thing you can do, I think, is close co-writer, open buttons. See this go button? Actually, I'm going to unpin this one. It's in your default button library. I just want to see go. It's an all-purpose flexible button. You can actually learn a lot about Plotdrive. You can actually write I've written a whole draft of a book just using Go. Just using 2 buttons, Go and the Fix It button I'm going to show you right after. It's all purpose. It lets you prompt inside the document. It lets you write instructions to AI right inside a document. So I've selected the cheapest credit model that we offer that does a pretty good job. 0.25 credits, get a lot of value out of it. GPT-5 Mini. This is from OpenAI. And I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. Give me like 2 opening paragraphs potentially for a successful romantic thriller book 1, and just hit go and let the AI sort of inspire you. Let the model scaffold out some ideas, and most importantly, like, cut through the fear of writing anything and then look at what's there and figure out how to go for it, how to make it better, how to slash it, what to do. So boom, instead of a blank page, instantly we've got 250 words. The night the city forgot how to sleep, Anna had gone cold in her hands. List things she promised herself would never do again. Raidman in the river. Man came out of the fog. Didn't look like the man. Said a battered metal case. And without me, open it. Single paragraph. Find me. Okay, so it's atmospheric. It's on a pier. But you know what? Like, I want to write a story in first person. I'm looking at this. I don't really like the voice, and I want it to be at a carnival, and I want it to open with somebody who's really afraid of bees. I didn't have that before, but just looking at this, I came up with it. It inspired me. So I am going to use Fix It. And I'm going to say Fix It is the all-purpose revision button. It lets you, any selected text, change it, modify it. You can add instructions. What should I do? Rewrite this. I want it to be first-person perspective, take place at a carnival, and be the opening to a romantic thriller where the opening is focused on a fear of bees. And let's see if it can fix this. and bust our blank page anxiety. Need like the Jeopardy music to be playing while the one moment sign goes on. Here we go. And it has fixed it, and it got the bees in. Like, it's got some issues, I think. I don't really feel like the bee landed on the rim of her mug, and I don't really feel like that's. I had in mind the main character is quite afraid of bees, so it doesn't really seem like that is great. But like right now, I hadn't written a word in weeks, and I've got 359 words. It's starting to shape my idea. I still don't consider these my words, although they are my words. Like, I controlled the creation of them. But what I mean is, still not where I want it to be, but most importantly, I'm going. I've got something down, and I can work with this, and I can edit it. And it only took me a few minutes. And let's say I've got 30 minutes to write today. I can put the next 25 minutes into making this better. So when I come back to it, I've got something more exciting to work with. Block number two. Chaos and overwhelm. So this project is kind of messy, right? Like, let's actually even put this out of order. It is a mess. I got this Magic Cats folder. It is a romantic thriller. It's not about bees at all. It's actually about like a let's see if I have it. Backstory dump. Do I have anywhere an understanding? I don't. I've got some bunch of stuff. I don't even remember what this is about. I think it's about a romance novelist who committed a crime, and the clues to identifying her as the murderer are hidden within the novel. She's writing a romantasy novel inside this world. And so the issue here is that, like, if I want to, like, I think I got outline ideas here. If I want, like, I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't know how to give the AI, like, if I told it, like, what is this about? If I kind of put this down here as its own document, like, and I told it, can you summarize my story for me, and then hit go. One, what would happen is it has no knowledge of any of my documents. So it doesn't have it, right? Like, it doesn't know what they are because I haven't flipped anything on. That's what these toggle switches do. It feeds inside the buttons, inside this go button. These variables feed in content from the document editor and from your sidebar. And without going too deep into them, you can understand more about how this works through clicking in some of the buttons in the button library and trying to understand how this active documents variable pulls in all toggled on documents into your prompt. You can also use this prompt preview to sort of see the difference between, it knows the words before the cursor because it's got the words before variable inside the button prompt in the button library. There's no knowledge of my active documents. Even then, my active documents are a mess. Like, if I told it all of this, now let's look at this. It's got all my chapter drafts. It's got random notes. It's got that B draft, I think, which isn't even relevant to this story. It's just got, like, it's got this magic cat idea that I had while I was writing. It's going to get it totally wrong. And what I want is organization. I want to make sure that my buttons, while I'm writing, they know the right stuff to run. Like, if I'm running like a make outline button, or if I'm like trying to, let's say, plot and structure. Like I want a scene card to generate a list of scenes. I want these prompts. I want these buttons to really pull in the right document. But when I'm in a disorganized mess, like many writers are, can't do that. So what do? I've got folders in here. Like I created folders up here. So what I actually want to do is start to organize my stuff better. So Magic Cat's and other fine ideas, that's fine. Chapters, I want to make a folder that's more like outlines. I'm going to put my outline ideas in here. I'm going to organize that. Bad scene, I want, get rid of this what is this about document. What else do I need? Scene invite, that's going to be a setting document. Writing style, I'm going to keep out here. Backstory dump, I'll put in the settings. Looks like my random notes look like characters. Probably want to rename this like character notes. I've got chapter 2 revised. So let's put that here. Or maybe even, you know what? Let's make this old draft. Put chapter 2 revised in here. Let's make this new draft. So that way I have that. Let's kind of throw this down here. Old draft out of the way. Put the outlines here. Starting to get organized. Bad scene. Let's put that into old draft. And let's keep the writing style up here. Chapter 1 draft we'll put into like old draft because we don't care about that. Let's rename this like different story completely or something, whatever. Most important thing is now we've got stuff organized. And so now if I wanted to kind of make a document, be like summarize, summary, and now I wanted to get caught up. Can you catch me up on what my book is about? Let's say 500 to 700 words. And I want flip on my character notes. I want to flip on everything in my setting document. I want to flip on everything in my new draft. And now let's figure out what this book is actually about. And let's turn chaos into order. Set in a river town, romantasy manuscript, supporting characters, central tension. Pretty good. Not bad. I'll take it. So there we go. That's kind of how you use Plotdrive to break the second block. Like it's really useful if you are a kind of disorganized writer. Just throw all your stuff in, organize it in folders in a way that works for you. And then when you're using these buttons, just toggle on the folder that's important for the AI to see. It keeps it really, really simple. You can always double check what the AI sees and what's in that active document when you toggle something on. And what goes to the AI gives you more control of the output. It's like you put bad stuff in, you get bad stuff out from any of these models. You put the right stuff in and you give it the right prompt, you get good stuff out. I think the other thing I just want to say is if you notice when I click buttons, the toggles appear because they feed those variables inside your buttons. They're like one-click block breaking tools. When you hide them, they go away. That's because CoWriter has a bit of a different system. If you are using CoWriter to kind of ask it what my story is about, you have this at capability. You click the at button, it calls up these folders and documents to at. So what you would want to do there is like, let's say my characters, remind me who the main characters in my book are. So that'll tell it I should look at the characters folder. I should read what's inside there. And based on that, I can give you a response. And so we're working on making these capabilities better. And I would say Co-Writer does best right now with smaller documents. So if you're trying to get like fully accurate story Bible over a whole book, I wouldn't use Co-Writer to figure that out. What I would use is the techniques with the buttons that I've just showed you, because they rely directly on the AI model, directly on the clarity of your prompts and what's in some of the buttons in your library. Okay, third block. This one's easy. Let's actually use this as an example. Repetitive prompt fatigue. So those of you who might be evaluating Plotdrive, use a lot of ChatGPT. Those of you who might be like pantsing your way with AI through a book using this go button right here, you might have repetitive prompt fatigue. You might be typing to Co-Writer a lot, and you might find yourself typing a lot of the same things or using a lot of the same commands in the document. The solution for doing a ton of prompting and like copy pasting out of ChatGPT or out of Claude into Word or Google Doc or even Scrivener is just do it all in one place and use buttons. So let's say actually what I want, let's get rid of this. Let's actually make this, can't get rid of good content. Let's call this book summary. But let's say I actually want chapter 3 summary, because I want to write chapter 4, and I don't want to read this. Like, I just want to like make the most of my writing workflow. I got chapter 4, but I need a chapter 3 summary, and I'm always doing the same thing as I go. Like, I'm always typing summarize this chapter in 3 bullet points, include key character actions and emotional beats. And by the way, what I'm showing is like a romantic thriller. This can be used for any genre, including nonfiction. It doesn't even need to be used for books. It works for any type of writing project. Like these principles, Plotdrive is designed as like a writing cockpit. It can be used for all forms of writing. So, and we're going to see that when we get to the 6th block as well. So let's say I've got this. Now, what I want to do in order to avoid having to copy paste this prompt all the time or write it all the time, open up my button library. I have got these folders. Let's say I'll make a folder. I'll call it my custom buttons, just so I can organize this. And I want to make a new button, and it's called summarize chapter. And I want this summarize chapter button. Let's see, I'll make it red. Why not? And so it's red. I'm going to drag it into this, and I'll be like, summarizes a chapter using 3 bullet points. So 2 ways to do this. I can describe the button and just have this generate prompt build it for me, or I can write it myself, but I need to make sure that I give it a variable active documents, because I'm going to flip on the chapter I want to summarize and push this button. So let's see. I prefer doing this as somebody who actually is like pretty good at writing prompts. I still prefer to let the AI generate the prompt and see what it gives me and then edit it. Very similar to how like I want to go fast. I want to stay in flow. I want to bust that blank page block. I would rather have the AI come up with it. So I can make this better. I want it to please read the chapter text. and I don't need words before, I don't need words after, because I just want to open a blank document and have it understand that. For each bullet, state the main event, name the key character, keep each bullet, match tone and facts. I don't need the variable again. Where relevant, do not add extra. That seems pretty good. So last thing, I'm going to pin it so I can use it and test it. It's always good to pin it. And you know what? I want something a bit more powerful. Let's go with Gemini. No, what do I want? Let's go with regular GPT-5, like a little bit more powerful for this one. I'm going to click it and just hit summarize chapter. And now I'm going to see it summarize chapter 3. And if I wanted to check what it's doing, I can open this prompt preview. I can say, please read the chapter text. I can see it's pulling in my chapter, and I can see it doing the work there. So I know what it's putting out. And in your workflow, if you see the AI generating something and you're like, this is terrible, this is wrong, or this is like bad, I'm frustrated, the best way to prevent like eating up all your credits while you experiment, it's usually something is going on with the prompt or the order or the things that are sent into the model. So you can always check this prompt preview. You can always check what the prompt is powering the button. And if you want to experiment until you find like the exact right prompt and really fully understand this workflow, how to do these things, I would again recommend using a cheap model, like using GPT-5 mini. So that way it doesn't burn through your credits while you're trying to get something good. You can accept that. But when you do feel confident, hey, this button, I'm going to use this again and again, and I want to use the most intelligence, then you probably want to use a more expensive model. So that is block 3, repetitive prompt fatigue. I think the second thing I want to, the fourth block, now that I'm moving on, we're moving on, second half of the video. Fourth block, mid-draft stuckness, lost momentum. So this one, I've got these outline ideas. I'm like halfway through like the first act of this book. I just have no idea. Like, I'm so stuck. I have no idea what I'm meant to do next. And I need to like figure out how to get unstuck, get momentum again. So here is where I think like co-writer can really shine. So I would start a new chat just to keep it fresh. And what I would do is like at new draft, so I wanted to like understand the whole draft, at outline ideas. Super stuck. Can you tell me what's happened so far and what you think the story should do next? And let's just see what it comes up with and use this conversation alongside the main documents in my main project to sort of help me understand, have a conversation. Like, I find co-writer shines best in 2 roles. One is like a developmental editor I can talk to right alongside while I'm writing. 2 is almost like an interactive writing coach where it can help me become aware of what's blocking me and bust through that. Help me with like learning the craft of writing. So it's giving me some ideas. I think maybe like Eliza is involved in Sarah's appearance directly. Can you provide me with the next 3 beats that will satisfy my readers? It's refreshing itself with the chapters. Again, co-writer, like it's actively in development. So we are actively working to make these tools reliable. You can see fails to read content. We want to make sure that like that happens less and less over time, but it still can be pretty good for this, I find. So it's giving me confession cascade. Ooh, I like this narrative mirror. So what I'm going to do here is copy this. I'm going to go to chapter 4 to get going and regain momentum. I'm going to use a button now. So remember, I have to turn on my buttons. And I need it to understand this, I think, all. And then I need to just say, write the first like 150 words of this story beat. And since I know I want some good writing, I'm going to turn on Claude Sonnet. I'm just going to hit go. And what I should get is something to keep me going that follows along. That's an interesting visual bug right there. Okay. And now I've got some momentum. I'm unblocked using Plotdrive. I'd say beat, let's see, where is it? Bad scene. Is this the one? No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm looking for something to demonstrate exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to find this to show the fifth block, revision hell. What do I do when I need to keep characters' voice consistent? So, well, let's say this one. I'm just going to show you, even though it doesn't really apply. Let's say, for example, say this is chapter 5. And I got notes, or I just noticed that, you know what, this is not like my character's voice at all. I need to change this to make it match my actual writing style. How do I do that? It's like not the right perspective. Everywhere I'm using I, let's just say I accidentally use she here. Like I accidentally use she here too. Like I've mixed tenses. Like how do I fix this? How do I make it reflect my character? So I've got my writing style document here. Tells me the actual way that this book should sound. Got examples here. It's really good to have a document like this. I'm going to turn that on because I know I want to power some kind of button to rewrite this. And so you can see like it's got to be a selection button. And I need it to fix this. And I need it to rewrite it in my main character's correct voice. You can do this trick with any character. So what I want is first I'm going to look, do we have any like buttons here that maybe in the essential revision kit like converts this passage to first or third. That's not bad. I think this one could be good. Strengthen voice. And so let's just use this. Let's pin it and see if this works. Haven't tried this. So I'm going to, oops, I need to pin it. Strengthen voice. Here it is. Rewrites to match the narrator's unique voice. And I just, yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens. And yep, it puts it like it's including the metal touch, and yep, it got the right tense. So to solve that problem, and there we go. So like you can do this as well if like you have multiple point of views. If you have a section where you need it to, like you can have different buttons for different characters. Like maybe rewrite in a secondary voice. Like you can fix a lot of issues with grammar, with tense, with revision passes that are usually really tedious, like looking for, again, mismatched tense or mismatched point of view, and just run, like literally go through every chapter and just run a button, run strength and voice. And you may want to calibrate it to and check the prompt again. Like, are you sure that this is exactly what you need? If you throw instruction box in here, you can have it call up the instruction box. And the really important thing about that is not using the instruction box, but it's just being able to see the prompt preview and what it's doing. So might also be like, I don't need this words after variable. I'm going to remove it from the prompt. You might not even need words before and just active documents. So I might modify strength and voice to be like, look like this. I think that probably, and again, I see I don't need this. And then I won't need this because I can just run it. And I can use that on any chapter and pin it when I'm going into my revision pass, or keep it up there if it's really useful, if I like to do it as I go. So that is the fifth block. And finally, the sixth block, the last major writing block, is how do you make marketing like less miserable? And the thing about making marketing less miserable is like, one, I hate marketing. How can I use Plotdrive to make marketing way less miserable? And I'm curious what it says. I'm going to show you. But again, in the name of using co-writer, like a block breaker, like somebody who helps you get awareness of your blocks, and a writing GPS and a writing coach, I think here we go. Document your creative process is already happening here. So the content creation becomes a byproduct, not extra work. It's so true. Batch create when you're in flow, stay in your writing voice. So turn your chapter summaries into teaser posts. Like, I think it's like, I hate TikTok. Some of you might like doing it. You could use Plotdrive. I mean, we've literally got some marketing buttons in here, like to help you make TikTok scripts. You can use some of these buttons too. Let's write a blurb using the 3-hook formula. Like, let's take that one. I like that. And email newsletter. I like that. But also, I'm kind of inspired. So I want to make a marketing folder for this book. And inside this marketing folder, I want to do teaser posts. And then I want it to just read my draft. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use go button and like turn my chapters into short teaser posts to excite readers. I'm like, okay, I finished the first act. Let me just bulk create some stuff I can use when I want to promote this. Great. Good enough. I'll take this for now. And then, all right, I wanted to pin this stuff. And I want to make my blurb. I'm going to run my blurb draft. And this looks pretty good. For starters, I can come back to this later. I mean, it's getting me excited. Her metallic tasting lies, that's maybe a bit over the top. I think I just say lies. Not bad. I think we maybe make it better. And let's go newsletter ideas. So, you know what? I just wanted to know my backstory and maybe my character notes, and let's see what it comes up with for an email newsletter draft based on that. And again, I do want to spend time like actually kind of making this better and more reflective. But I think the important thing about this is like, what have I spent 2 minutes breaking this block and giving me useful marketing content, and I'm still able to like handle my writing session. So as with everything related to using Plotdrive, I want to close this on sort of explaining like how to make the marketing content better, just like how to make your results better. I like to think of working with AI while you write is like it's all dependent on like almost like a pyramid or triangle. The top is like what model you picked. So you want to make sure for the task that you're doing, like marketing, you pick a good model. Sure, Claude 4 Sonnet, it's pretty good. The second piece is your context. What does it know about what you want to do? So what do I need to actually make it about my writing? Part of this is like what could a good email newsletter be like that I'd enjoy writing weekly for readers? And let me just ask like what it would like and see if anything's what would be good, and see what comes out and inspires me. And then, okay, what do I need in terms of context to give the model to actually like write this? And then the third thing is the prompt. So like how clear is the prompt, the instructions I'm giving to the model to actually write it? And that's why we've kind of given your button library preloaded with some good instructions that might help you break these blocks, eliminate marketing misery, destroy any block in your way. So that is the video. I hope you guys like this. I'm curious. If you aren't just subscribed, please subscribe. We're going to make more videos. 2, I'm curious what's blocking you the most. Internal, external, related to your story, related to your life, your inner world, your journey as a writer. How, like, do you have questions about how to use Plotdrive to break that block? How does Plotdrive help you break that block? Please comment. I'd love to know if you watch this video. And lastly, if you made it all the way to the end and you are still struggling with like getting to learn Plotdrive, you want to learn more about AI, or just you're struggling, you need some accountability to get to the finish line, Russell Nolte, USA Today, best-selling author, the guy who's sort of informed a lot of the buttons in our work, creator of the author stack. He and I are running a 6-week writing sprint, a boot camp, guaranteed to help you learn all these techniques and tools and help you get to the finish line on a draft, whether you're starting for new or bring something existing. It's cohort based. You're going to get accountability, 2 months of Plotdrive Pro. Come with it. You can find out more about enrolling in Finish Line if you go to plotdrive.com/finish line. Again, I am Jay. I'm one of the co-founders of Plotdrive. Hope this was helpful. Happy writing.